My woman, please listen carefully, before the storm of emotions carries us too far, before silence becomes the loudest voice between us. I am not here to plead nor to persuade, but to open the doors of my heart so you can walk through its truth freely. I have made mistakes, yes. But I have also loved you with a heart that refused to let go, even in the darkest hour. What we shared wasn't made of illusions, it was forged from moments that even time bows down to. The wind may whisper many lies, but my silence has been screaming only your name. Let your ears hear not just my words but my soul. Every sleepless night I have endured was a battlefield between pride and longing. I wrote poems no one will ever read, because they were soaked in the pain of your absence. I stood under the moonlight thinking of you, wondering if the stars still reminded you of the man who cherished you more than the world itself. If love is to be weighed in loyalty, then let it be known, I never traded your name for another, not even in thought. I am not asking you to forget the hurt. I'm asking you to look beyond it. Behind every anger of mine was a fear of losing you. Behind every word that hurt you was a man trembling inside, unsure how to hold on to a love that felt too divine to belong to someone like me. I was scared that one day you'd wake up and realize you deserved more than a prince who carries shadows behind his crown. But I swear, every part of me that's royal still kneels at the feet of your love. You know me beyond the throne, beyond the titles, beyond the robes of power. You saw me as the man who cried in your arms, who whispered prayers with your name inside them. You saw me not as Sheikh Hamdan the world watches, but as the broken man who only ever found healing in your embrace. I gave you my truth when I had no shield. If that means nothing now, then let me leave you with one last truth. No kingdom is worth ruling if you're not part of it. They say decisions shape destiny, but what if your decision today shatters not only a future, but the very soul of the man who built that future around you? I am not offering you a castle, nor diamonds. I offer you what I've always offered, me. The same me who remembered how you like your tea, the way you tucked your hair behind your ear when nervous, the sound of your laughter that made even the guards outside smile unknowingly. If you walk away, I won't chase. But I will wait. Not because I'm weak, but because I believe love like ours doesn't die, it rests. Maybe you need time to remember, or to unlearn the noise that pulled us apart. But know this, every day you are gone, a verse of my soul fades into gray. The poetry I once recited for the world now feels meaningless without your name echoing inside it. I've seen the world through many eyes, but none made me feel alive like yours. You saw the parts of me I was taught to hide. You turned a royal into a human. That power, my woman, belongs to you alone. So, before you decide, ask yourself, do you truly want to let go of something the heavens themselves smiled upon? We were not ordinary. We were divine madness wrapped in purpose. If my silence has ever hurt you, know it was because words felt too small to explain the depth of what I felt. If my actions ever broke you, know it broke me tenfold. I lived 1,000 lives in my mind trying to rewrite that moment where I failed you. But I am not asking for rewrites anymore. I am asking for a chance to write the next chapter with truth, with no masks, with nothing but raw, scarred, and relentless love. Sometimes royalty isn't about crowns, it's about how deeply you can love without fear. And you, my queen, taught me that. You made a prince want to be a better man. You made poetry out of my chaos, calm out of my fury. If that isn't worth fighting for, then maybe I never knew what love was. But I did. And I still do. That love has only one name, yours. Let them judge, let the world whisper, let destiny roll its dice. But you, listen to the voice inside you that knows me better than any rumor. Forget what they said, forget what fear told you. Look into your own soul and ask if you're ready to bury what we were without even giving it a final breath. I promise, even if your answer is silence, I will honor it, but I needed you to hear mine first. I don't ask you to return out of pity or pressure. I ask you to return only if, in the deepest part of your being, you still believe in the boy who looked at you as if he saw the sun for the first time. That boy never left. He is here now, older, wiser, and still yours. Take your time, my woman, but don't take your love with you forever. Not until you've truly looked into my eyes and seen that this poem is not just a goodbye. It's a beginning, if you choose it. And if you walk back into my life, don't do it quietly. Come like a storm, like you always did. And I'll stand in the rain, arms wide open, ready to drown in everything we once were and everything we can still become. Just listen. Just feel. Then take your decision. My woman, if you've made it this far in reading my soul, then you already know this is not a performance. It is my final truth stripped of pride. Every time I look at the empty space beside me, I wonder what words I didn't say, what moment I let slip, what part of me wasn't enough to make you stay. But then I remember, even royalty bleeds when it loves deeply, and no crown can shield the ache of losing someone who became the rhythm of your heartbeat. This isn't just a confession. It's a map back to where we began, under no spotlight, with no audience, just you, me, and the rawness of a love that defied logic. I've walked through rooms filled with people, yet I've never felt more alone. I smile at foreign faces, offer grace to strangers, but inside, I'm searching for your scent in the air, your laughter and echoes that never come. You once told me I carried the sky in my eyes. Do you still believe that? Or did the clouds of hurt blur the horizon we dreamt together? I would give up the moonlit desert nights, the gold, the throne, just to have one ordinary morning where your voice wakes me again, whispering my name like a prayer only angels understand. This pain I carry isn't weakness, it's proof. Proof that you touched me so deeply, I can't pretend to be untouched. You didn't just enter my life, you rewrote it. And now, without you, the ink runs dry. What use are the poems when the muse is gone? What use is power when the pulse behind my strength doesn't walk beside me? I'd trade kingdoms for your shadow. That is not madness, that is the depth of truth I hid for too long. But no more hiding. No more royal silence. Only honesty now. I watch the stars, hoping the same sky stretches over you, wondering if your heart still skips a beat when you hear my name. Or has time turned our story into dust swept beneath memories you no longer touch? I know you're strong. You were always fire wrapped in elegance. But even fire longs for the wind that understands it. And my love, I was that wind. Flawed, wild, yet endlessly drawn to your flame. Let us not burn alone when we once set the heavens alight together. Some will say I should move on. That love is just a phase, a storm that passes. But you were not a phase. You were my alignment. You were the prophecy I didn't expect but found etched in the stars above my birth. I was born into royalty, but I was reborn the day I met you. And now, I live in this half-life where only memories breathe and everything else is a performance for the world to see. But behind closed doors, I ache. For you. Only you. If you asked me to prove it, I would. Not with flowers or gestures, but with time, presence, and humility. I would walk barefoot across every mistake I made and rewrite them into lessons that honor your love. I would become the man you always believed I could be, not out of desperation, but devotion. Because love, true love, isn't about possession, it's about transformation. And you transformed me in ways even I didn't recognize until your absence made it clear. Let them say Sheikh Hamdan lost himself in love, I did. But I found the best parts of me there too. The parts that learned compassion from your tenderness, patience from your silence, and courage from your strength. And if this is the price of having known a love like ours, then I pay it willingly, even if it means longing in silence for the rest of my days. But I still hope. Hope is all I have when your name sits on the edge of every sunrise I witness alone. You never needed my world, you were your own universe. But I wanted to be your favorite place within it. Maybe I failed. Or maybe we both forgot that even stars need gravity to hold them in place. And that gravity, for us, was trust. If there's still a sliver of that trust inside you, let it speak before silence buries it for good. You don't have to come running, just turn around. Let your soul meet mine halfway. That's all I ask. When I close my eyes, I still see the day we first met. You were sunlight in motion, and I was a man who had no idea that moment would change his entire existence. I didn't speak much then, but inside, I knew, this woman will undo me in the most beautiful way. And you did. You dismantled the walls I built around my heart, and now I stand in the ruins, hoping you'll come back to rebuild with me, hand in hand, brick by memory. You once asked if I would still love you even if you became someone different. My answer remains the same, yes. I don't love your perfection. I love your essence, your flaws, your fire, your stubborn loyalty, your unmatched spirit. Even if the world forgets your name, my heart never will. It will be engraved in every verse I write, in every silent prayer I whisper into the night air that tastes like your goodbye. So here I stand, royal by blood, broken by love, yet healed by the hope that maybe, just maybe, you still believe in us. My woman, please don't let fear write the end of our story. Let love finish what it started. Let fate take a backseat this time, and let choice, your choice, bring us home. The world can wait for a decision, but my soul cannot. It yearns, it hopes, it prays, that you hear this truth and take your next step not in anger, not in doubt, but in love. And if you do come back, I won't ask where you've been. I'll simply say, welcome home, my queen, and the stars will rise again. I used to think closure came from someone else, that I needed you to look me in the eye and explain why you left. But I've learned that closure is the moment you stop waiting for them to come back and instead start walking forward on your own. It's not a door someone else closes for you, it's the moment you realize you can build your own exit and walk through it, no longer dragging the past behind. There's power in the goodbye I never got. Because in its absence, I found something far more valuable, myself. I uncovered the parts of me that longed for love but had forgotten they were already worthy. I met the version of me that could be shattered and still shine, who could be abandoned and still stay loyal to her own heart. You didn't give me a goodbye, but you gave me something else, an awakening. My love, I have traveled across time in the silence of my yearning. Each memory of you becomes a new page in the book of us. I remember how your fingertips lingered on mine, how your voice could tame the wildest storms inside me. I carry every glance, every whisper, like precious secrets only my soul knows how to protect. You are not a moment, you are a lifetime I keep reliving. They see me as a man of discipline, of vision and command. But they do not see the way your absence disorients me. How I stand by the window at night, searching the horizon for